Welcome to the 2017 Little League Intermediate Division World Series. This is the U.S. Championship game as Hawaii takes on New Jersey. Winner of this game will be taking on Puerto Rico in the championship game tomorrow. Puerto Rico now the international champion as they beat Venezuela earlier today. I'm glad you could join us from Livermore, California, along with former Notre Dame player as well as Arizona State coach Mike Rooney. Mike, we get to see this intermediate division, 5th year now for this division.
Yeah, Neil, it's an incredible innovation for Little League where we always had problems going from the Little League field all the way to the Big League field in 1 year. And it hurt kids' confidence, but now we've got a great solution right here. This intermediate level, what we're getting is kids enjoying baseball more and really a very high level of baseball.
New Jersey comes in. They were down to their last strike a couple of nights ago, but somehow pulled out a win when they were down 4, thanks to Patrick Burns primarily.
And Niels, what's a Jersey team with a little spunk and some drama? Look at that score. This game's over, Niels. 4-0, and there's 1 out left to play. But again, Patrick Burns, that's a lifetime memory right there. Center cut fastball, the grand slam right there. A moment this Jersey team will never forget.
So that tied the game at 4. It went to extra innings. They got a run in the 8th and won the game in extras to make it to this game. They face a great Hawaii team that has a lot of talent, especially at the top of the order. Keone Painter and Makane Honokaupu.
Yeah, Niels, these two guys are burners, absolute flyers, and speed kills at this level. Their base running is a game changer for Hawaii and a huge reason why they're in this position.
Well, two teams that are about as far apart from one another in this country as you can get. New Jersey and Hawaii for the U.S. Championship. We'll meet the teams that have the first pitch next.
Oh, wow. Oh! Got him.
Late afternoon on this Saturday from the East Bay area in Livermore, California for Max Baer Field for the U.S. Championship Little League Intermediate Division between Hawaii and New Jersey. This Little League Intermediate Division now in its 5th year. The difference between the Little League majors, primarily the fact that it's a 7-inning game instead of 6 innings that they play at Williamsport, and the pitching distance increased to 50 feet and the bases are 70 feet apart. Now, let's meet the visiting team, the West Regional Champion from Central East Maui Little League of Wailuku, Hawaii.
Aloha. My name is Scott Tiruya, manager, Central East Maui Little League from Wailuku, Hawaii. And here's my team.
Hello, my name is Greg Winnies, coach, East Maui Little League, Wailuku, Hawaii.
Aloha, my name is Jamie Aloy, coach for the Central East Maui Little League from Wailuku, Maui.
Aloha, my name is Danelle Daniels and my favorite player is Andrew McCutcheon.
Aloha, my name is Kamanavi Kite Kahayali and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout. Aloha, my name is Dylan Waite, my favorite baseball player is Andrew Benintendi.
Aloha, my name is Zachary Pasquale and my favorite baseball player is Derek Jeter.
Aloha, my name is Dylan Kokobun, my teammates call me DK and my favorite baseball player is Ichiro Suzuki.
Aloha, my name is Jake Cantero, my favorite baseball player is Javier Baez.
Aloha, my name is Vivo Aloy. My teammates call me Little Hamo, and my favorite player is Carlos Correa.
Aloha, my name is Kelton Taub, and my favorite baseball player is Chris Bryant.
Aloha, my name is Makane Honokaupu. My teammates call me Easy M. My favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Aloha, my name is Keone Painter, and my favorite team is Angels.
Aloha, my name is Davin Lewis, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
Aloha, my name is McKay Foley, and my favorite player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Andrew Tiria, and my teammates call me Kahiao, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
My name is Matthew Dene. My teammates call me Matt. My favorite player is Mike Trout.
And my name is Mark Neely, play-by-play announcer, and my new favorite nickname is Little Hammer. That's outstanding. Look at the folks that have made the trip from the islands. Maui is the home site for Central East Maui Little League. They face for New Jersey. Manager Jeff Gorman, the New Jersey skipper, was a little unsure. He had a couple of good decisions to make as far as who would start. He goes with Jonathan Olick.
Yeah, and they really had to use their ace at Gorman to get here. But this is pitching depth is a big part of this club and why they're here and why they've had such a great 2-year run.
Here's the lineup for Maui. We mentioned at the top of the order. Keone Painter, Makane Honokaupu, speedsters at the top. And you take into account, Roots, they're coming out of the box from the left side.
Yeah, so devastating that you put so much pressure on the defense. The defense is going to a bigger field, and you combine that with the pressure of this speed. Hawaii, very viable offense.
So here we go. The winner of this game is the U.S. champ and faces Puerto Rico tomorrow for the Little League Intermediate Division World Championship. First pitch, ball one from Oleg. We're off and running from Livermore. Painter's family here, including Mom Renette. Painter's had a real good tournament here in Livermore, hitting 506 for 12. And he has stolen 3 bases in 3 games, has not been caught. In fact, nobody from Hawaii has been caught stealing in quite a long time.
That's right.
They call Jonathan Olick Big Cat. Breaking ball, whack foul. You see a couple of different pitches from Olick. I believe we just saw that slider. Fastball, slider, primarily his main pitches.
First slider of the game. And, you know, for Painter, you're the leadoff hitter. You coaxed a slider at him. The whole dugout gets to see that. That's doing your job right there.
And he paints the inside corner with a fastball for strike 3, and he keeps Painter off the bases, and that's the way the game begins.
And Painter really aggressive on top of the plate. You see his feet there. So for Olick to come inside, send a message to Hawaii right there. That's a well-executed pitch.
So strikeout for Jonathan Olick. First pitch fouled off by the Hawaii second baseman, Makane Honokaupu.
This was the best nickname, I thought, Niels. Easy M.
That's not
because
bad.
Then you don't have to say Makane if you're struggling with that. Not that you are. You nailed it.
Well, we need a nickname then for Honokaupu.
Yeah, Easy M. Here we go. Hence the name.
He is a big Steph Curry and Golden State Warriors fan, so he's been right at home here in the Bay Area.
It's a good little breaking ball for Olick, and he's going to need it. This Hawaii team, very offensive.
Honokaupu has stolen 4 bases so far in this tournament. So it's very apparent, not only to us, but I'm sure to New Jersey, you need to keep the top 2 off base for Hawaii.
This is the level with leads and stolen bases, and for pitchers, you got to work on your move. For catchers, it's a little longer throws. Advantage to the base runner for sure.
Nicely snagged by Olick. He had to leave his feet to feel that high chopper. And they keep Painter and Honokaupu off the bases, 2 outs.
I'm going to be careful how I say this, Niels, but you see a very good pitcher defense at this level because these kids are the best athletes, play in the middle of the field. They're usually shortstops and center fielders. It feels as if pitcher defense starts to decline once people get a little bit later in life. I'll say it that way.
Why can't big league pitchers catch a pop-up these days? That's been that way forever, though.
I don't think they care to, quite honestly. It's
Pahiva Aloy, whose nickname is Little Hammer.
And he stands in there with some attitude. The socks are up, which is awesome. Got the sign. Hitting with the shades on. Niels, look at the Oakleys right there. That's big time.
Well, Jonathan Olick with an early statement. Sets down Hawaii in order and strikes out 2. We'll meet New Jersey when we come back. Hawaii win in order in the top of the first. New Jersey coming up in the bottom half. And let's meet the East Regional Champion from Freehold Township Little League in Freehold, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gorman. I'm the manager of the Freehold Township Little League team, and here's my team.
Well, I'm Vinny Sirico. I am the bench coach for the Freehold Township Little League in Freehold, New Jersey. Hi, I'm Mike Mancusi, first base coach for Freehold Township Little League.
Hi, my name is Aver. My favorite player is Francisco Lindor. Follow me on Instagram at Aver17.
Hi, my name is Anthony Sirico. My favorite baseball player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is JJ Donahue, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Hi, my name is Patrick Burns. My favorite baseball player is Manny Machado. You can also follow me on Instagram at PatBurns16.
Hi, my name is Zach Gorman, and my favorite baseball player is Jacob deGrom, and also add me on Snapchat, Zach_Zach12345.
Hi, my name is Connor Quinn, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Mike Mancusi, and my favorite baseball player is Gary Sanchez.
Hi, my name is Connor Morey, and my favorite baseball player is Todd Frazier.
Hi, my name is Jace Shapiro. My favorite baseball player is Jock Peterson, and follow me on Instagram at jace.shapiro.
Hi, my name is Brad Salamoni. I'd love to surf, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
Hi, my name is John Abrahamson. My favorite baseball player is Giancarlo Stanton, and you can also follow me on Instagram at JohnAbrahamson3.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Olick. My favorite baseball player is Todd Frazier, and follow me on Instagram at John Olick.
I think we just had a first there. All the social media plugs. Well, the reason they've been playing Bruce Springsteen music also is the fact that Bruce Springsteen from that area, Freehold Township in New Jersey. Well, they got to face the guy they call Big Matt on the other side, Matthew Dene.
6'2", 190. The Big Matt is the big left-hander, and he will present all kinds of problems for New Jersey. Tough look. Most of these guys, you wonder if you've even seen a picture of this size. Left-hander, and again, when he is good, he can be really dominant.
Here's the New Jersey batting order that he will face. It features the manager's son, Zachary Gorman, out front. Olick, the pitcher, batting in the cleanup spot. And in the 9 spot is certainly the most TV-friendly young man on the New Jersey roster, Mario Rivera III. He's a piece of work.
Not shy.
Yeah. Big Matt, by the way, 6'2½", 190 pounds. And the lefty brings his first pitch to Zachary Gorman, and it is a strike.
At this level, it's interesting. The fastball doesn't have the massive velocity, but it's like Randy Johnson, where you feel like he's literally reaching out and just putting the ball in the catcher's glove.
A 4-pitch arsenal for Dene. The first 3 are pretty common, so not to steal your thunder, Runes, but fastball, curveball, changeup, and the 4th pitch is the one that really intrigues me. And that's the forkball that he will throw. Right back to the mound, and Big Matt makes the underhand toss to get Gorman.
There was a time, Niels, where it wasn't super unusual for someone to take on a forkball as a changeup, just a variation of the changeup. Then the circle changeup grip became so popular, and it kind of disappeared. People either went split finger fastball, which is a much more violent pitch. Forkball is just change your grip, throw a fastball. Split, you're really trying to manipulate the ball at the end at the release.
Jace Shapiro, the center fielder.
I think for Dene, there's so much deception in there. He's so big, it's hard to find the baseball, but he will also be effectively wild. So it's that balance. Can he throw just enough strikes?
Fouled out a play right side by Shapiro, who, if by chance we happen to see Shapiro pitch, and he does pitch at times for New Jersey, he throws a knuckleball. So just file that one away for perhaps later in the game. We got guys throwing forkballs and maybe knuckleballs.
I like it. A lot of creativity on the mound.
A breaking ball hits sharply to second, and it skips Honokaupu and into right field, and he's trying for second. And with that hustle, Shapiro is in safely. This charged as an error, but Shapiro's at second with 1 out.
Watch this. He's thinking 2 right out of the box. Never breaks stride. Good runner, Shapiro, and quite honestly, not even that close of a play. Really good base running. The better teams in the intermediate level, Niels, they push the envelope on the bases and really force teams to play defense.
Patrick Burns sharply hit up the middle, trying to backhand Honokaupu, and that's into right center field, and Shapiro will score. And just like that, 1-0 New Jersey. Now, the first one that was called an error on Honokaupu, when the ball hit by Shapiro, I thought that was probably a hit. It was hit so sharply. That one is an error, but he's been hit with back-to-back miscues, and it's 1-0. Counting in. And the pitcher, Jonathan Olick.
You can see New Jersey, this Freehold Township's team style right away. It's full throttle. They are not playing passive at all.
Well, when you think New Jersey, you think passive and low-key.
That's right. Laid back.
Not.
Non-confrontational. This is a team, this New Jersey team, with a lot of personality. And if you saw the introductions, Mario Rivera starts it off. He is a kid with a big personality, and the team plays that way.
Freehold had to come out of the losers bracket. They lost their first game here to Danville, California, the host team. Then beat Indiana and Texas, and then we're down to Danville, California 4-0 and down to their last out a couple of nights ago and came back and won.
That'll change the belief of your team too, Niels. You start feeling like you're invincible when you win a game like that.
That's what it says when I was about to say, when you get an opportunity, an extra chance, when it looks like you were about to be finished and your tournament over, that's a little spark, a little burst of energy, I'm sure.
Well, you just feel like your team has seen their season end and lived to tell about it, and so you just feel like if that can't end your season, nothing can. There's no deficit you can't overcome.
Blocked up the first base line by the catcher, Kelton Tom. That's Patrick Burns. He hit the grand slam a couple of nights ago that tied the game at 4 with 2 outs in the 7th. And then New Jersey won it in extra innings with a run in the 8th. Strike 3 call. He backdoored a breaking ball. And Olick out looking. 2 outs. We asked Burns where that home run, the grand slam the other night, stands as far as career highlights. He thought about it for a second, then he said, yeah, probably at the top.
That's right. And it'll be the same answer in 40 years. That is so great that that's on video. That's something that Patrick Burns will show his, generations of the Burns family in 40 years.
Throw down to second base, not in time. So Burns shows off his speed and picks up the stolen base with 2 outs.
And when New Jersey runs, I wonder if we'll see Dene pick more often to first base, because they're going first movement. As soon as Dene's foot comes up, they take off, so the catcher Tom will have no chance on the throws. They might just have to pick more often.
John Abrahamson hits it towards second. Sinking liner, trapped Ahono Kaupu. He throws to first for the putout. So New Jersey picks up an unearned run, and after one, they lead 1-0. The Little League Intermediate Division U.S. Championship game led by New Jersey 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. Freehold Township Little League out of Freehold, New Jersey, which is a town a little east of Trenton, a little west of the coast in Asbury Park, population of over 36,000. Brad Brock was a pitcher with the Orioles from Freehold and played for this Little League. Well, last year they played in Bristol, Connecticut at the Little League Major Division. And all the teams in Bristol have the opportunity to go to the ESPN headquarters. So they're sitting there hanging out on the Baseball Tonight set. That was a year ago with this team. When this team lost, the team Maine Infeld from New York, which wound up winning the Little League World Series, beat this team. And when this New Jersey team saw that, they said, hey, we played that team. We should have beat that team. We had a lead on that team. They went on and won it all. We need to come back, keep this team together, and try to win the Little League Intermediate Championship. And that dream is still alive.
And that's another really cool thing about this intermediate level is if you have a great majors team, a 12-year-old team like this Freehold Township team did. I mean, they were 13-2 in tournament play last year, if not for that. And they had Maine and well beat, or 6-2. They're up in the bottom of the 5th. They're 6 outs away from beating the team that becomes the World Series champion. So it's when you had a special group like this, these guys, that's why they're playing in the intermediate division for the first time, because of what these kids accomplished as 12-year-olds. 11
of the 12 players from last year's team stuck around and are on this year's team. McKay Polly trying to get it started for Hawaii, taking on 3-0. It was a strike. Came up and hit his bat a second time. So from 3-0 to 3 balls, 2 strikes on Polly.
I think about that, Niels, for this team from Jersey. They had to win their district, then their section, then their state, just to get to the. I mean, to get to, people I think forget sometimes, to getting to Williamsport, just that alone is a magical run. It is so challenging. So many great teams out there.
Well, Olick comes back after falling behind to Polly 3-0 and records the strikeout, and Olick has fanned 3 of the first 4 batters.
Left fielder, number 9, Dylan.
Olick doing a nice job throwing his fastball in all 4 quadrants. It's been up, it's been down, in and out, keeping these Hawaii hitters off balance.
Dylan Kokoboon, the left fielder, going after the first pitch and fouls it off.
That's a good-looking left-handed swing right there. That's one thing you notice from the Hawaii team. They are free swingers, and I mean that in a great way. They swing with no fear.
Out to the shortstop, Zachary Gorman. 2 outs in the Hawaii second.
Batting 6 for the West, pitcher number 22, Matthew Dene.
That'll bring up the Hawaii hurler, Matthew Dene. I mentioned Big Matt's dimensions, 6'2.5", 190 pounds. Wow. That was hit sharply foul. Jamie Aloy, who's the third base coach who played college ball at Hawaii, was a left-handed pitcher, just reached up and snagged that with his bare hand.
Jamie Aloy was a great player at Hawaii, to your point, Niels. 2-way player, 4-year starter, excellent player.
On the ground out to second, Anthony Sorico. 6 up, 6 down for Olick. New Jersey will come up leading 1-0. Tiger hits one to center field. That's hit well, and that will bring in Tokishi with the second run for Hawaii. Bounces off the catcher Chung, and here comes Crawford from third with the third run of the inning for Hawaii. And Central East Maui Little League, Wailuku, Hawaii, have won the 2016 title. Well, might it be deja vu all over again for Wailuku, Hawaii? This Little League, not the same players, but this Little League, Central East Maui Little League, won the Little League Intermediate Championship here a year ago. Shane Victorino and Kurt Suzuki each played for Central East Maui Little League.
2 really good big leaguers right there.
Ball 1. We're telling you about that hot shot to the third base coach, Jamie Aloy. There's Jamie, who's was given the signs from third base, and he caught a line drive. It's a little tap back to Big Matt. 1 out. Take a look at this from down the left field side. This is that play where he was coaching third. That's a live look at him, and here he is at third base. Here's the chop. Boom.
Yes.
And a real speed. That thing was moving pretty good. Still has a lot of athleticism in the guy.
Seriously, that was
a good player at Hawaii. Here's real speed.
That's really good right there. Well done. The fact that the expression on the face did not change at all is the most impressive part of the play.
There he is live in the dugout. He being that he was a two-way player but also pitched, will call the pitches. He'll send them in to the catcher, Kelton Tom, who then relays those to the pitcher, Matt Benet.
It's an awesome environment Hawaii has for college baseball down there. Les Murakami Stadium. It's a big deal. It almost has a professional feel to it.
I mentioned that Kurt Suzuki played for this Little League. He keeps in touch with him. In fact, that's his equipment. You may be able to get a shot. He's got the throat guard there. It's blocking it, but the top of the chest protector has Suzuki's name there. So it's actual gear from Kurt Suzuki, big league catcher. There you kind of see it right above.
Zook? Yeah, it looks like it says Zook under there. There it is.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and the number.
It's the benefit. He's played for a number of teams now, and every time you get traded, the equipment's got to go somewhere, right? Got to get the new colors.
Brad Salamoni, who's the catcher for New Jersey, up at the plate. There it is. There's a good view of it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Out of play right side.
These kids right in this Little League are the only ones that hope Kurt Suzuki keeps getting traded, because every time he gets traded, that's new gear for the squad.
Keep getting some gear. Kurt spent quite a bit of time his big league career in this area playing for Oakland.
Yep.
Came up with them.
He was a great college player at Cal State Fullerton. Won the Johnny Bench Award, top college catcher in 2004. Brooks Wallace Award, MVP.
Those
is it the Braves?
Might be a little bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's big league gear.
Salamoni's fouled off 5 pitches, but strikes out there for out number 2. Hey, I know your relationship with Kurt Suzuki goes back a number of years.
How about this? Kurt Suzuki, as a high school senior, is setting out bad VHS tapes trying to get recruited. We get one. Our manager, who looked at Arizona State, a lot of people got him. Our manager, in a panic, says, "Hey, guys, I think you need to look at this video. This kid's really good." Next thing you know, he's the catcher at Cal State Fullerton. They're winning the national championship his junior year in 2004.
Now, when you say a bad VHS tape, it's just kind of, it was grainy.
Yeah,
a little tough to see.
You picture 1975 and the rabbit ears on your TV weren't working. It was hard to digest, but you could tell very clearly that was an elite athlete in the video.
There's like 3 generations of youngsters that have no idea what you're talking about when you say rabbit ears on the television.
They think it's a video game.
1-1 pitch. Sirico goes around.
You could see where Matt Dene, even though he's so big, he pitches like your crafty lefty, where you just start making outs disappear and nobody knows what happened.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He doesn't come over the top, but Runes, when you're that tall, I guess there's going to be a bit of a downward angle. Can be a little difficult to square up sometimes for a hitter.
You're right, though. It's not extreme. It's a little flatter, but he doesn't repeat his mechanics that great, so every pitch is unique and different. And that makes it hard for him to throw consistent strikes, but it also makes it very hard on the hitters. It's 4 different pitches in every different location you could ever imagine.
Sirico's battled back to take it to a full count. And he works the 2-out walk. First walk allowed in the game by Matt Dene. Once an inning, they can use a special pinch runner in any team, and Connor Quinn is going to run it first for Sirico. There's Connor. That does not fulfill mandatory play. We've got different requirements for these 2 teams for mandatory play. We'll tell you about that, but first Jamie Alloy's coming to the mound, but we'll listen in. Quick conversation. But the Hawaii team has 14 players, so to fulfill mandatory play, they just need to have all their bench players get one at bat. New Jersey has 12 players, so not only do all their bench players have to receive one at bat, but they also have to play 6 consecutive defensive outs. Mario Rivera, the right fielder. I don't remember what his Snapchat address or whatever it is he said during the lineups, but you can go back online and find that if you like.
Yeah, and we may need to do that because this kid is fun. He keeps his team loose. It's as big a personality as I've seen in a kid that age.
There he goes to the throw. What a tag put on by the shortstop. Wahiva Aloy got him on the shoulder to get the runner, Connor Quinn.
The throw not perfect, Niels, but Aloy is a really good athlete and instinctual shortstop. Watch his catch and right down. Very athletic Hawaii with that out.
Well, the winner of this game will be playing Puerto Rico tomorrow for the Little League Intermediate Division title because Puerto Rico's Peter Vasquez hit a couple of home runs. This one tied the game. Actually gave them a 1-0 lead. That one tied the game, and Jorge Rodriguez added a moonshot of his own, and Puerto Rico was impressive in a 10-2 win.
Strong home run, stronger bat flip.
So Puerto Rico over Venezuela earlier today, and they await the winner of this game tomorrow 9 Eastern time on ESPN2 for the Little League Intermediate Division World Series crown. Kelton Tom, the catcher for Hawaii, fouls it back. This guy's had a really, really good tournament here. He's 5 for 6. Tell you what, Chris Bryant isn't hitting as well right now as Kelton Tom is.
That's well said.
Gets jammed, it chops it to the right side. Anthony Sorico. It's Tom, one out.
You can see that the styles are very different. New Jersey is going to do it with pitching defense and hyper-aggressive base running, whereas this Hawaii team, they're looking to swing the bats. They are looking to get their swings off and get some balls in the gap.
It's actually now Rivera who's over there at second base. So New Jersey's made some substitutions. Fouled back by Andrew Taruya, third baseman. He's also the son of the manager of Central East Maui Little League, Scott Taruya. That's to left. Takes a couple of bounces to the fence. J.J. Donahue now in left field retrieves it, but not before Taruya standing at second. He represents the tying run. There's the first Hawaii hit, and it goes for extra bases.
Yeah, what an approach right here. Gets a ball up in the zone. Works inside out. Perfect time for the special pinch runner. Oh, love this angle right here. Stays on the baseball, inside out swing. That's excellent.
Second hit of the tournament for Taruya. They both have been doubles. Zach Pasquale is the special pinch runner at second base for him. So Pasquale represents the tying run, and at the plate, Donnell Daniels, the Hawaii right fielder. Right center field, calling for it. Shapiro makes the catch and holds the runner, Taruya. Actually, the special pinch runner, Pasquale at second. Well, beginning in January 2018, Little League will join other youth baseball organizations in adopting USA Baseball's new USA Bat standard. If you'd like more information on how this new youth standard will impact Little League, hop online, littleleague.org/bat info, where you want to go. Back to the top of the order for Hawaii. Keone Painter was called out on strikes to begin the game. Breaking ball down and in from Oleg.
You see Painter, Niels, is all over the dish. He's going to force you to pitch in, and New Jersey has done it.
To the right side. Off Rivera. Here comes the tying run, and it's 1-1. Well, there was a big hole on that right side. Painter sent it that way. A long way to go for Mario Rivera. Rivera was over covering second base.
Wow, so they're pitching him in, but playing him oppo. Very interesting. You wonder if they have a scouting report that says that. But for Rivera, it was going to have to be a perfect pick there because Painter's a flyer. You know, that you're going to have a tough time getting him at first base. But very interesting. You're pitching a guy inside, and yet you're playing him oppo.
Time requested as the manager, Jeff Gorman, coming out. That was scored as a base hit. That has tied the game. Let's listen in to the manager, Jeff Gorman.
Are we clean on this? Are we clean on that? We missed that, right? That was I gave Mike the box, right? That means you throw over or fake, and then you get in and you quick pitch, right?
He just gave me the one. That's why it took a while to do it.
All right?
I gave it after, but he looked at first.
Okay. All right, I want you to take the steal. I want you to pick your head up, because if you pout, then I'm sending you on the bench. All right, good. All right, throw him a curveball low, okay? Curveball low. Yes.
Well, ruins the discussion there, especially at the top, about that situation where Rivera was trying to hold a runner at second, left that right side open.
And I love how the catcher Salamone was very forthright about, hey, I was going to give that sign, but he had looked to first base. You could tell there's a lot of trust on this team, and they've been together because that was they were very forthright in what happened. Really cool to see.
Now you got Painter at first, who is a big threat to run, and he doesn't waste any time, and he's going to be easily at second, and that ball even got passed. We were talking with Hawaii folks. They were talking about Painter and Honokaupu running on the bases. Said, yeah, they steal bases. In fact, we can't even remember the last time they had to slide to steal a base. They go in standing up, and there's another example.
Crazy, crazy speed for these first two hitters, and when they get to work together like this, doubly dangerous.
Gorman had to come flying over to get that pickoff throw from Oleg.
It's almost a balk right there, Niels, too. I mean, that lead foot's got to get past the rubber, and all these little nuances, that's the neat thing about the intermediate level. You're dealing with the running game at a new level.
Hit on a line to the third baseman, Connor Morey, but Hawaii ties it up on the RBI hit by Painter. Hawaii and New Jersey tied at 1 to the bottom of the third of the U.S. title game. Well, New Jersey's on a magical run, and they believe perhaps the reason they're still alive in here is something that they stopped doing a few months ago, and Mario Rivera explains.
It was our first district practice, and we needed something to drive us forward. We needed a good luck charm, so I mentioned to the coach, no to cut the hair, and the whole team was on board. Boys, let's show the flow.
So no haircuts. Show the flow, even though manager Jeff Gorman probably doesn't need to see a barber a whole lot.
Coach Gorman, I mean, participating fully, but maybe not quite. I'm sure the moms of the team were thrilled with that, Niels.
And here is the aforementioned Mario Rivera leading off. Jumping on the first pitch down the right field side, foul, and right near the stands. What a catch near the camera well by the first baseman, McKay Polly. A great awareness of that spot in the field. And one pitch, one out.
That's a big league play right there. I mean, you got the umpire to deal with, plus the fence. Boy, that's a really nice job.
A nice play by Polly, who also had to navigate where our camera is down there.
This is an important inning for the New Jersey team because Matt Dene is starting to settle in and find multiple pitches for a strike, and you don't want to let him get in a groove.
Out to third. Taruya, high throw. Gorman fell after he hit the bag. The ball died right near his feet, and he is on with 1 out. There'll be a throwing error charged to Taruya that puts Gorman on. So that's 3 errors now charged to Hawaii already in this game, and the run that New Jersey scored in the first was unearned. Jace Shapiro, center fielder for New Jersey, shows bunt and takes ball 1.
It's not that the Hawaii team is poor defensively, but it clearly feels like offense is their calling card. They're looking to outscore people. At third base, I think it's the most underrated throw in the infield, how difficult that throw from third base can be.
Gorman on the run, the throw, the tag, not quite in time. Aloy put on another good tag. He got Sirico earlier, but that time Shapiro's in safely.
Boy, Aloy is a good player. Watch him just keep the ball down there right to the runner.
That Gorman who slides in safely.
Boy, that's beautiful infield play right there. Just goes right to him. Now Gorman had clearly beaten the ball, but Aloy did everything he could with that.
Jeff Gorman, the manager for Freehold, New Jersey, going out. I think he's checking on his son, who may be a little shaken up.
3 times, so he's fine. You okay?
Fine, yeah.
All right, good. Just want to check. All right, thank you.
He went into first base a little awkward, and then that slide compounded the fact that dad/manager wanted to check on him.
Dust ups at both bases. I feel worse for manager Jeff Gorman because as the dad, you run out there and you're probably going to get barked at too. What are you doing out here? Good. He probably took the manager Gorman took the worst of that whole exchange.
A couple of veteran teams here. We mentioned that Freehold Little League, New Jersey, was in the Little League Majors Division Regional in Bristol. Well, this Hawaii team, Central East Maui Little League, was in the West Regional down in San Bernardino. So we're looking at a couple of teams that maybe if a few other breaks go their way, these teams could have been playing in Williamsport last year.
Again, the Williamsport's so difficult to attain. There's a lot of great 12-year-old majors teams that don't make it to Williamsport. Teams with great players, and I really feel like we've got 2 of them right here.
This is the U.S. Championship game in the Little League Intermediate Division. The winner will play Puerto Rico tomorrow for the World Series title. Ball 4 to Shapiro, and it's 2 on, 1 out. That walk, the second allowed by Matthew Dene.
That's the one thing that will be a challenge for Hawaii is because Dene doesn't have that tremendous out pitch, the errors could be an issue. He needs the outs that the outs that he gets with a good pitch have to be recorded. Can't give New Jersey extra outs.
David Lewis is going to get up in the bullpen for Hawaii. Meanwhile, the pitching coach for Hawaii, Jamie Aloy, comes out to talk with Dene.
How you feel? Fine. Good. Okay. Refocus. Yeah, take a deep breath. Okay. Ball back to you. Where are you going?
Going check 2 on 1 or 3.
Ball back to you in Vihivo. Okay. Runners on first and second.
Okay.
Okay. Get in the game. I need your mind in the game. Okay. Right. Let's go. Get it done, Matt. Come on. Thank you.
There's David Lewis, who's now up for Hawaii.
I'll tell you, Niels, that's genius coaching right there. You go out there, you have the kid take a deep breath to start. Then you don't even talk about pitching. You say, hey, ball back to you. Where are you going? And he gives you the wrong answer. So you know the mind's not right, and then you adjust that. Boy, Jamie Aloy, that's really good coaching right there.
Big bat of Patrick Burns at the plate for New Jersey. He surveys ball one. Burns reached on an error his first time up. There goes the runners. Gorman, the lead runner, took off first, and Shapiro trailed, and the double steal puts runners at second and third.
And remember, Dene's 6'2". He's got a massive leg kick, and I think the New Jersey team's very aggressive by definition, but they are super aggressive today against Dene because he's going to be slow to the plate.
Hawaii brings the infield in. 3-0.
The only thing you can do if you're Hawaii is pick a lot and hope that you catch them. And I think you would catch New Jersey because they're so hyper aggressive. But that's just a big leg kick. It's the nature of being 6'2". And no offense to Jonathan Olick, who's on deck, but I don't know if I'm pitching to Patrick Burns here. Even though you got a strike there, 3-1, this is really dangerous.
Lined into right for a base hit, and that will bring in two. Gorman and Shapiro come in on a 2-run single for Patrick Burns, and it's 3-1 New Jersey. You were just saying, Runes, be careful to Patrick Burns, or he could burn you.
You know, it's two things with Burns. He's a good-looking hitter. Some kids just have that gift to hit, and he stands in there like there's going to be a line drive coming, and then there's the recent history.
I try far off the line too.
Okay. Ball. Okay. Jump.
So Hawaii will lift Dene. Bring in Davin Lewis.
One out, Davin. Come on, kid. Yeah.
So Lewis, the new pitcher, and we'll step aside for 1 minute. New Jersey has taken care, or taken advantage of, 3 Hawaii errors to open up a 2-run lead and have chased the Hawaii starting pitcher Matt Dene. And that has brought in Davin Lewis for Hawaii. Lewis inherits Patrick Burns at first. With one out, and the cleanup hitter up, Jonathan Olick. Ball got in on him just enough, and he pulled it foul.
You know, Niels, if you're Hawaii, you've got your ace, Keone Painter, all wired up for tomorrow's game if you can just get there. So I think it behooves you to use whoever you need. And Matthew Dene was really struggling out there. I think it really is the right move at this point. Something to change the flow of the game. Now, in Dene's defense, the error really hurt him in this inning.
Yeah, the one-out throwing error allowed Gorman to reach. Since then, Shapiro walked, and then Burns with a 2-run single. And historically, Runes, Hawaii has been, not only just this particular team, but at different levels, very good defensively. Teams out of Hawaii rarely beat themselves.
And these teams are traditionally very athletic. And this is no exception. This is a very impressive unit for Hawaii. There's a little something special about this New Jersey team right though now. It's that huge win over Danville. There's something going on here.
Little flare out to right. Daniels coming in. It makes the running catch. Back to first is Burns, 2 outs.
With 2 outs, batters number 16, John Abrahamson.
Guy they called Johnny Boys at the plate, John Abrahamson. New Jersey scored an unearned run in the first. Hawaii had just tied it with a run in the top of this third inning. But New Jersey has played it 2 so far here in the bottom of the inning to go up to. A LeBron James fan, also Kevin Hart, his favorite actor. Guy who does some pitching as well for this squad. He's hit a couple of home runs in this tournament.
Really disappointed in the lack of Joel Embiid and Sixers fans in the two teams. Niels, I mean, we know the Sixers are America's team, but it's just not showing in these two clubs.
That is Mike Rooney, Philly native, who better not hold his breath and wait for former Kansas Jayhawk Joel Embiid to get a lot of time on the questionnaires.
That's right. I'm an early adopter.
That's Burns at first. He's chased in 2 in this inning. To right near the line, but foul by about 5 feet.
Every game has a different vibe to it. For right now, for Hawaii, it's you're playing uphill. New Jersey has taken it to you a little bit. It just hasn't been super smooth. But if you can stay around, we know they have a very, very good offense.
Well, that was a big curveball from Lewis, and Abrahamson could not lay off. But New Jersey adds 2, and they lead it 3-1 at the end of 3. USA title game from Livermore, California, 3-1 New Jersey. Big leaguer David Wright of the Mets tells us about his Little League experience.
It's a game, and it's supposed to be fun, and you know, let the kids laugh, let the kids enjoy it, you know, and that's how you get better, is you fail and you figure out how to not fail the next time. This is a game of failure, so you can't take it too seriously.
It is a game of failure, and it's so mental dealing with it. But it can also be a heck of a lot of fun, Runes, and they've had a lot of fun here.
No question. Especially in a situation like this, you're playing with your guys. These are guys you grew up with, guys that live near you, and you're playing at a very high level. It's the perfect storm. Very competitive, super fun at the same time.
Mahiba Aloy struck out his first time.
You hit with the shades, Niels. You know you're a baller. That's an awesome level of confidence. I am all in on that.
And then hit a rocket to right center field. Oh, we'll get over the head of the right fielder Quinn. Picked up on the track. And the sunglasses that are carrying Mahiba Aloy to second base gives him a leadoff double.
Mahiba Aloy is a really good player who just hasn't filled out yet, and when he gets stronger, you can see nice leg kick right there, healthy hack, uses the whole field. This is going to be a very good baseball player, and that's no shock knowing how good of a player his father was.
And Jamie Aloy, a coach on this team, very good player at the University of Hawaii in the late 90s. Also got drafted, big league draft by San Francisco Giants. Polly sends it to left center field. Shapiro chases it back. Tagging Aloy will make it to third easily, and he's there with 1 out.
Again, Niels, the instincts for Aloy, he gets a little bit aggressive there, right back with nobody out. He knows with nobody out, his job is to tag. Well-taught ball player right there. Again, as he gets stronger, he's going to get faster. Those doubles could be home runs. He already is a very good shortstop. Exciting player to watch.
Yeah, they tried to deke him there. He had the third baseman, Maury, come in to guard against a possible bunt, and Gorman, the shortstop, tried to sneak in behind him to take that pickoff throw from Oleg.
It's an interesting choice, though. Eloy's at the runner at third. His dad's the third base coach. I don't know if that makes him more likely to be picked off or less likely.
Way high and snagged by Mancuso, who's the catcher back there now. He took over for Salamone an inning or so ago.
If you're Coco Boone, you can be aggressive right here. They're probably not going breaking ball because a pass ball or a wild pitch scores the run. You get a fastball right here.
And that's belted to right. That should be well deep enough. Quinn makes the catch, and absolutely no opportunity to get Eloy, who brings in Hawaii's second run, and we have a 1-run game. RBI for Dylan Coco Boone with a sac fly to bring in Eloy.
Just outstanding baseball from the Hawaii team. Leadoff double, sac fly, 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, they're appealing that he left early, and there would have been absolutely no reason for Eloy to leave early with his speed. But New Jersey said, well, let's roll the dice and see what happens.
I would contend, though, Niels, that most Little League players are better at doing appeals than big leaguers are. That's one of the things I'll never forget being taught as a Little Leaguer, how to execute an appeal.
What a hot shot off the mitt. Abrahamson throws late. And Matt Dene is on. That is a base hit for Matthew Dene. Actually, Davin Lewis, I should say, the pitcher who came in to replace today. This was a shot.
Well hit, and also going to the opposite field right there, letting that fastball from Oleg travel. Easily safe at first base. Good piece of hitting right there.
Lewis on with a base hit. He represents a tying run. Here's Kelton Tom, the catcher.
So
much
now,
time.
Manager Jeff Gorman's got to take a look at this because the Hawaii hitters are really getting to Oleg right now. So now you've got to change your pitch sequencing, see if Oleg's got something else he can offer up, or maybe now's when you go to your bullpen.
Check swing foul near the plate. Jeff Gorman, the manager for Freehold, New Jersey. Tom was retired his first time up. He swings at a big breaky ball. It's 0-2. He had reached base safely in 6 of his 7 plate appearances in this tournament coming into this game. 5 hits and a walk. Whack to center field, and Shapiro to his right to run it down. Hit well, but the final out. Hawaii does pick up a run, and they trail it by 1 at the midpoint of the 4th. All the action at Williamsport gets underway August 17th. Great 10 days. Sunday Night Baseball is even going to be in Williamsport this year. The Cardinals and Pirates are going to play at Bowman Field, not far from the Little League complex. That'll be a big deal.
That is awesome. Newtown Edgemont Little League, Niels, 1967. They went to my hometown Little League went to Williamsport in 1967. And I think every kid born in my town knew that fact.
Really?
It was such a big deal.
Passing along the history.
I love it.
Connor Quinn leads off for New Jersey. They have the 3-2 lead. But all 3 of New Jersey's runs are unearned thanks to 3 Hawaii errors. The Hawaii runs are earned. Will pop up to the first baseman, Polly. So Connor Quinn batting for the first time.
This is really the time of the game where this New Jersey club's got to add on to their lead. It just feels like that Hawaii offense is getting going.
Michael Mancusi. Bad here. He took over behind the plate a few innings ago. Again, the mandatory play rules affect these teams differently, since New Jersey has 12 players. All their bench players have to bat at least once and play 6 defensive outs. Hawaii, with 14 players, their bench players just have to bat once. A chopper to third. Teruyu threw in the dirt, but dug out by Polly. 2 outs. Little League University. That provides free educational information online for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents. You can watch videos, review practice plans, or get some ideas for just playing catch in the backyard. You can visit and join for free. What a great idea. LittleLeagueUniversity.org. Go online today. J.J. Donahue, who took over in left field, bats for the first time. Playing some catch out there, aren't they?
Oh, love that.
You got some games going on.
That's what it's all about right there.
How about that bat waggle? Gary Sheffield will love that.
Yes, well said.
2 balls, no strikes. J.J. Donahue, who's a big Bryce Harper fan. He's had some big hits for them. Had a grand slam in the state championship game. Had the game-winning homer in a regional game. His favorite band's Green Day, so obviously his parents have gotten to him. Which would be Mom Christine and Dad Sonny, and they are pleased to see J.J. reach via the walk with 2 outs.
Oh, he's looking. Oh, wow. Don't get cheated. Spend the whole $1 right there, Niels.
What do you think?
Huh? Take a deep breath. I need you to focus right there. Okay? It's 2 outs. Okay? I need you to go right at him. You understand? Okay? 2 outs. Okay, ball back to you. 1. Right? Expect him to run. Right? Ready for this? Come on. Deep breath.
I love it. You know, Jamie Alloy has a real gift there for, he can kind of get on you a little bit and the heartbeat doesn't come up at all. There's no panic. Starts with the deep breath. That's really good stuff.
Evan Lewis will face Mario Rivera III, who I believe told us in the introductions of the lineups that his social media is Mario Rivera 17 at Snapchat or something like that.
I think he started with Instagram.
Oh, it was an Instagram.
So sorry
to I gotta get, well, no,
step on your social media toes.
I need to be
there.
corrected, and my social media toes have been smashed many times.
I'm going to say you won't be his first follower on Instagram. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No, I'm sure he's got pretty good group. And I'm sure he's been really busy social media-wise from Livermore. About all these kids have.
No question. Can you imagine flying cross-country to be here in this World Series? How cool that would be.
It's big time.
Really? How about these kids told Jeff Gorman, the manager, hey, we want to travel in a suit and tie.
Yeah, that was a cool story when he told us that yesterday. Cool. So the kids wanted to dress up for the flights. That's what they did.
Really neat.
That's awesome. I really like that story. That's old school. How many kids would think about that, to wear suits on a flight across country?
It's like the anti-Joe Madden, where everybody's wearing costumes and all that stuff. But I'm sure Joe Madden has a suit and tie trip every now and again just to mix it up.
That probably has to be odd for the Cubs or the Rays back in the day. Just suits and ties, guys. Chopper out to second. Onakaupu's been busy out there. As soon as we're done here, Rhodes, you and me. I'm taking you downtown, brother.
Yes.
2 gotta play. Here, let's go. Both of you guys gotta play.
Yeah, that's not your traditional rock, paper, scissors. What's going on there?
That's rock, paper, scissors 2.0, and I'm in. Love it.
3 Hawaii errors have led to 3 unearned New Jersey runs, and in this U.S. Championship game in the Little League Intermediate World Series, it's a 1-run lead for the boys from Jersey as Hawaii bats top of the 5th in this 7-inning game.
New Jersey with a lead, but Hawaii, that offense is getting going here. They are really swinging the bat well over the last couple half innings.
Good look from beyond the right center field fence. You know, a little shade's not a bad idea. Actually, a lot of shade's not a bad idea.
And they packed the house for the World Series Championship game, Niels.
Tomorrow should be a really rocking crowd, like they have been today.
10,000, I've heard.
So bring a lawn chair. This is the third baseman, Andrew Taruya. Outside 2-1. Andrew Taruya's favorite food is spam musubi, which is popular in Hawaii. And I'm happy to say that you sampled that for the first time tonight, right?
It was popular before the game.
Folks
awesome.
from Hawaii offer that to us. So, as we say in the broadcasting business, if it's free, give us 3. And they've been very accommodating. Great folks. Taruya trying to get him off on the right foot here in the 5th. A 2-2 pitch from Jonathan Olick. Full count.
You know, the New Jersey team, you just love how aggressive they are. They run the bases very aggressively. They pitch on the inner half of the plate. Love just the attitude with which they play.
Breaking ball. Did he go around? They appeal, and he did not, says the third base umpire Bob Cass. That walk is the first one issued by Olick.
And Taruya took a really good pitch there. Olick has done a nice job mixing and matching.
Dylan Waite will bat here in this spot.
Now batting for the West, number 7, Dylan Waite.
His first at bat. So Hawaii with the mandatory play, the 5 players on their bench all need at least 1 at bat. New Jersey, they have fulfilled their mandatory play, which required an at bat and 6 defensive outs for the 3 players on their bench. Waite shows bunt, takes a strike, throw back to first, close play, but diving back in, Taruya.
And I think Hawaii's only used their special pinch runner 1 time. I was kind of surprised they wouldn't use it right here in this situation.
I was thinking about that with the Ruins. They can use 2 a game, as we know, but
maybe a little early to burn the second one.
That does represent the tying run. Bunted foul by Dylan Waite. Pitch count right at 50 for Olick. So he's far exceeded the 35, where he would not be eligible to pitch tomorrow if New Jersey's in the title game against Puerto Rico. And the strikeout is out number 1. Well, back to the top of the order for Hawaii, and you're at a juncture of the game here, Mike. It's the 5th in a 7th inning game. These are really the big offensive sparks for Hawaii coming up here. If they don't get it done now, it could be a real uphill battle for them.
And you wonder if you wouldn't Taruya, the problem is, so Taruya's at first base. He's not a great runner, and you've got Painter now and Honokaupu that are great runners, and so you just don't have a great setup as far as running the bases goes right now.
And nothing against Taruya, but if the other runners get on, in a way, he's kind of clogging the bases for the other guys.
No question, and it's a good problem because Taruya's he's had great at bats in this game, and that's really where he excels in the batter's box.
The Olick slider is inside. Keone Painter struck out looking to begin the game, but an infield hit in the third chased in a run. There's a strike on 3-0. To left. It eludes Abrahamson and goes into the corner. So here's Taruya. He's being waved around third. Throw goes back to second base. That skips by into right. Painter thought about advancing for a moment, but wisely stayed. And this game's tied at 3.
Just a good baseball play right here. Works inside out. Ball tailing away. Abrahamson does everything he can. Taruya really has his hands full in the base running play here. Trying to find that next gear. Really good hustle right there and a big, big run.
Half pitch now. Get a couple outs. All right. Man, go to third. Mario! Second. Right. Okay. Come on, let's go. Shut this down.
So they're going to put Patrick Burns, move him from third base to the mound. New Jersey and Hawaii tied at 3, and we step aside in Livermore. Puerto Rico beat Venezuela earlier for the international final. This is the U.S. final from Livermore. And thanks to the RBI double moments ago by Hawaii's Keone Painter, we are tied at 3. And New Jersey brings in Patrick Burns from third base to the mound. All 1 to Makane Honokaupu.
One of my favorite parts of the pitch count rule, Niels, is that you got to have a lot of guys that can throw. I mean, you really have to have a very deep staff, and I think that's awesome.
Honokaupu is lined to third and bounced back to the mound. Takes a rip at the 2-0 pitch and missed it.
Big moment in the game right here, Niels. This is Hawaii clearly with the momentum right here.
So with Burns going from third to the mound, third base now occupied by Anthony Sirico. Wailuku is the pitcher's in right. There's Olick now in right field. And Rivera's at second. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Well, that was a pretty good pitch by Burns. Didn't miss by much near the low part of the zone.
Really good pitch. Just to your point, Niels, right under the strike zone. That's a great place to live right there.
But it has run the count full on Makane Honokaupu. Hits the breaking ball in the air to left field. Abrahamson under it. 2 outs, and Painter has to stay at second.
It's an advanced pitch by Burns. That's a 3-2 breaking ball in a really big spot, well executed.
Hiva Aloy. A double and a run scored his last time up. Painter took off with the pitch and it was fouled back, and Painter got a really good jump. They call Aloy Little Hema. Strike call. And how about that from Painter? Gorman, the shortstop, was trying to keep him close at second. And Painter just easily took third.
It's like 4 strides. And it is so crazy how fast he is. And it's just no chance.
But Burns gets the strikeout on the breaking ball and keeps it a tie game. Hawaii ties it on the Painter double, and it's 3-3 at the midpoint of the 5th. Little League would like to thank the dedicated volunteers who spend countless hours each year making the program a special experience for millions of kids. Little League also extends its appreciation to its official sponsors like New Era Cap Company and Baseball Factory. They help maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. The umpires are volunteers, as are all the Little League folks that make Livermore go and all the other Little League sites in the baseball and softball world. Umpires, Niels, concessions, everything about it, the volunteers. I think about my own dad. My dad volunteered at our Little League for 40 years as an umpire. I'm not saying he was a good umpire, Niels, but he did show up every Saturday morning and volunteer his time. Couldn't resist right there. Yeah. Luckily, he doesn't know how to turn the internet on, so we're good. Did you ever come to bat with your dad calling balls?
No, this is after we were done. He was coaching when we were playing. Yeah.
Okay.
But I heard stories about, many people that got bad calls. It's.
Well, it's a 3-3 game for this U.S. Championship, and the right to play Puerto Rico tomorrow for the Little League Intermediate Division World Title.
Both teams it's not been a super clean game, Niels, and I think these are two really good clubs, evenly matched, and it's really who plays clean baseball from here, throwing strikes and playing clean defense, because both offenses can go.
Top of the order is up here for New Jersey. Zachary Gorman, 0 for 2, but he's reached on an error, stolen a couple of bases, and scored a run. New Jersey's never trailed. They've seen Hawaii come back to tie the game a couple of times. But all 3 New Jersey runs are unearned due to 3 Hawaii errors, and the 3 Hawaii runs are all earned runs. And a 4-pitch walk to Gorman. The second walk allowed by Davin Lewis, who has thrown an inning and 2/3 of relief.
Lewis has done a really nice job settling this game down. New Jersey got off to such a great start. But that's always concerning when you're this deep in a tournament and you have a 4-pitch walk. You wonder if maybe a guy is starting to fatigue here.
Jay Shapiro, the center fielder. You look at the scorebook, and New Jersey only has 1 hit in the game, and that's the 2-run single by Burns, who's the on-deck batter now. But Orman is the runner at first for Shapiro, who scored twice. Gorman's running. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second. There's the Honokaupu backing up, and a steal for Gorman, his 3rd of the game. Well, we expected Hawaii to do a lot of running at the top of the order, which they have, but really, Ruins, it's been New Jersey's top of the order that's been doing the running.
They have been ultra aggressive on the bases this entire game.
2-1 to Shapiro.
It made sense against the big lefty Mettete, who those big pitchers are going to struggle to hold runners, but they've not stopped running. I love it. Nicely picked.
Catcher Kelton Tom keeping Gorman the potential go-ahead run at second.
2 3-ball counts in a row.
Back-to-back walks. 2 on, nobody out for Patrick Burns. The whole reason New Jersey's still playing. Thursday night, Burns is up. They're down to their last out, trailing by 4. And with the bases loaded, he goes deep.
Oh, that is just some kind of awesome.
That tied the game at 4. They scored a run in the 8th to win in extras.
Okay, I need you to focus right here. Okay, do you want to get this done or what? Yeah. Okay, well, get it done. Okay, good defense behind you. Right? Here you go. Cut out. Expect the hand. Wash the hands, yeah? Cut. Wash the hands. Wash his hands. Yeah.
So the message for Davin Lewis, Zach Pasquale is warming up for Hawaii. But a dangerous situation here for the kids from Maui is Patrick Burns, who has the only hit for New Jersey. It was a 2-run single. There's a chance to break this 3-3 tie.
And I'm just telling you, Neil, some guys stand in there and they're hitterish, and Patrick Burns is one of those guys. He stands in there really good and just has a gift for hitting.
Lewis gets ahead, no balls, 2 strikes.
I was going to say that was a really good trip to the mound by Jamie Aloy, because Lewis had not been sharp this inning and really just looked like he had lost the juice a little bit, but 2 really good pitches right there. I think this would be it for Lewis, though. I think if he can get out of the 5th here, they may go to the bullpen.
Runners go, pitch in the dirt, no throw. Gorman takes 3rd. That's his 4th stolen base of the game, and Shapiro's 2nd.
It's one thing to hold runners at first base, but it's so hard to prevent a team from stealing 3rd. And now you got to bring your infield in.
And he gets Burns looking for the first out. Big pitch from Lewis.
That really shows you something. You just give up 2 stolen bases, you're in a really tough spot, and you throw a beautiful hammer curveball right there against a very good hitter. Watch the knees of Burns. That's a little buckle action right there. Boy, that's beautiful.
Jonathan Olick up with 2 in scoring position. Looks like they're going to try the safety squeeze there, perhaps.
And if I'm Jamie Aloy, I am throwing a bunch of those breaking balls right now. Lewis has a great feel for it. It's an excellent pitch.
Back to Hacken, but it's 0-2.
You almost have to throw it again here, and you got to trust your catcher, Tom, to block it up if he needs to.
Wow. They do have to throw to first to complete the strikeout. Close. Runner coming home. Safe! Gorman read the throw to first well, and New Jersey takes the lead 4-3. They get the strikeout of Olick. And Rules, it looked like Hawaii had played it well, but just the speed of Gorman gets in.
Tom did the right thing in that he tried to address the runner at 3rd base, Gorman. He'd be better off with a pump fake. You see how he's all the way out there towards home plate. But it's really just a great baseball play all the way around. Executed pitch by Lewis. Tom did a great job blocking it up. And the bottom line is Zachary Gorman, that's a base running clinic. Steal second base, steal third base, and an aggressive base running play to score a huge run in this game.
Foul tip off the bat of Abrahamson.
I don't think there's any better weapon for a defender than the pump fake to freeze a runner. But I give all the credit to Zach Gorman right there. It's an outstanding base running play.
3 strikeouts in the inning for Lewis. And New Jersey scores the go-ahead run without a hit.
Zachary Gorman super aggressive right here, just like Jersey likes to do it. New Jersey with the lead 4-3.
We're about 45 miles from the Golden Gate in the city of San Francisco. We're in the East Bay in Livermore, California. The 2017 Little League Intermediate World Series. This is the U.S. Championship game between Hawaii and New Jersey. The winner plays Puerto Rico tomorrow for the Little League Intermediate Division World title. New Jersey's made the most of their opportunities. They have scored 4 runs, only 1 of them earned on only 1 hit in this game, and have a 4-3 lead going to the top of the 6th. Hawaii still has 3 players that need an at-bat to satisfy mandatory play, and one of those will come up here. We're only 3,600 miles from Maracaibo, Venezuela, by the way, if you were curious. Zach Pasquale will bat in the cleanup spot. 4, 5, and 6 part of the order for Hawaii. We're once again trailing. Hawaii's come back twice in this game. They were down 1-0, tied it at 1, fell down 3-1, tied it at 3, but now are down 4-3. Pasquale hits the first pitch on the ground to short, and that's a play for Gorman. 1 pitch, 1 out.
2 very different offenses. Hawaii, very impressive in how they swing the bat. This New Jersey team has been so aggressive on the bases. Zachary Gorman looks a little gassed, and I don't blame him from last inning. He was on the track team last inning.
Dylan Kokoboon looks at ball 1 up high from Patrick Burns.
See Zachary Gorman and his dad. That's a great memory for me, Niels, of Little League Baseball. It's just talking the games with your dad afterwards. Those are priceless memories.
You saw the favorite food for Kokoboon is salmon, and I gave him a little grief yesterday when we were talking to him, like all the great fish you can get around Hawaii, and you pick salmon, the one fish that they got to import 2,000 miles?
I like it. You gave him a seafood lecture.
Well,
straighten
I
him
try
out,
not
Niels.
to lecture. Well, whenever I'm in Hawaii, salmon is, and I love salmon, but it's mahi-mahi or ono, or you know,
when in Rome,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Staying alive, pulls it foul. Team from Central East Maui Little League won this Intermediate World Series last year. Scott Taruya, the head coach, who actually coaches first. That's J.B. Aloy, who coaches third. Good at bat going here for Kokoboon. Hanging in at 1-2.
This has been not the cleanest game, but a very competitive game. 2 really good teams going at it here. For Hawaii, down to 5 outs.
Boy, Burns really geared up there with that hard one and overthrew it.
Love Burns' future as a hitter. I just love the way he stands in the box. Now, he's a very good athlete, so he's more than capable of pitching right now.
3-2. Goes to the breaking ball, and it's hit sharply on the ground right at the second baseman, Mario Rivera. Good at bat there for Coco Boone. Full and with 2 down, bases are empty. Gavin Lewis, the pitcher, is up.
Rivera bodied that up, and that's the mode you're in. You need 4 outs to advance. Nice breaking ball from Burns right there.
Lewis with an infield hit in the 4th. This time he takes that breaking ball outside.
For Hawaii, Niels, you need 1 base runner to put the top of your order in play. Right now, New Jersey can eliminate Hawaii without having to face the top of that order.
And this is the 6th spot in the order up now, and Lewis. New Jersey does not want to see Painter or Honokaupu the rest of the way, because if they do, that means Hawaii's at least got the tying run on, or has them at the plate.
I'm not sure we can even call what Painter and Honokaupu do. Can we even call that base stealing? They don't have to slide. It's as if they're invisible. They just run to the next base and no one can do anything about it.
It's just base taking more than base stealing.
I believe it's a superpower, actually.
If not, it's close.
Yes. Good at bat for Lewis right here. And they need this. Hawaii really needs to extend this inning.
7th pitch of the at bat coming. Is this where Burns goes back to that breaking ball and keeps it away from the right-handed hitter? Well, he did. Missed away. Full count on Lewis.
He has had better command of that curveball. It's kind of slurvy. He's had better command of that than his fastball. See if he goes back to a 3-2.
Now Lewis went around what looked like ball 4. And Burns sets him down in order. New Jersey smelling that U.S. title. They lead it by 1. Well, New Jersey was down to their final strike a couple of times 2 nights ago. They were about to see their tournament come to an end, but they win in miraculous fashion, and now they're going to be 3 defensive outs away with at least a 1-run lead when we go to the 7th of winning the U.S. title and playing Puerto Rico tomorrow for the Little League Intermediate Division World Championship. A couple of things to keep an eye on and keep in mind here as New Jersey comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Hawaii still has 2 players that need to bat for mandatory play. They are Jake Cantero and Kamanu Vihikite Kahaiali'i. So those 2 will have to bat in the 7th. And the other side to keep an eye on is 26 pitches thrown by Patrick Burns for New Jersey. They would love to keep him under 35, where he would be eligible to pitch tomorrow against Puerto Rico. So that will be the subplot when we get to the next inning. The question will it be a 1-run lead for Jersey, or will they advance it here and add on? Connor Morey is leading off. Takes low.
Little chess match in the top of the 7th.
Well, guess who's getting loose? Mario Rivera.
And that's where this inning right here is so critical. The difference between 5-3 and 4-3 is miles. So much pressure when you're just up 1 trying to gather 3 outs.
Well, let's take a look, or let me just run down what happened in the 5th when New Jersey scored the go-ahead run to go up 4-3. Couple of walks, 3 steals, a wild pitch on a strike, a 3rd strike. They scored in the 5th without even putting the ball in play.
Crazy.
There were 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and now you have a hitter that does not reach. Good play there by Keaton Tom. Taruya is playing over at first base now. Able to get to the bag before
it's a breaking
Connor got there.
Breaking ball in, it looked like, and it's inches away from hitting him right there. Taruya did a really nice job right here. You make yourself big in fair play and then come back and touch first base. That is textbook.
Salamone offered at the pitch and it hit him. So this is a strike. This is not a hit by pitch.
Hey. You okay? You all right? It's the trainer. Just relax. Stop shaking. Relax. 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 He's okay. He's okay. He's here. Brad, he wants to say he's sorry. It's okay. It's not your fault. You okay? Hey, want to walk a little bit? Stretch it out. Throw it over. Stretch your arm out. Okay? Good? Let's go. Hit a home run. Yep.
Saw Damon Lewis for Hawaii come over. Let's watch this again. I don't think there's any question. He goes around on this. And it hit him near the right shoulder, or yeah, the right shoulder. So that's a strike. Salamone back in the box.
You know, Niels, it's 2 hitters in a row that swung at a pitch that almost hit him. It's almost like they think it's a breaking ball that is going to break away from them. They're offering at it. That's no fun. You take a ball off the shoulder blade and you're 0-1.
Well, Salamone is their primary catcher. His nickname is The Wall because he's the catcher. Usually don't like to become the wall when you're batting, though.
It's better to be the wall when it's a breaking ball in the dirt.
Yeah.
Fastball right off the shoulder blade, not so much.
It's the fastball foul right side. You can still tell that certainly bothered him.
Tender.
Dad Philip, who's a lawyer, apparently has gotten into his music selection and has caused Brad to enjoy some AC/DC.
That's good parenting right there, Niels, if I may say.
Ooh, and that is a hit by pitch. That hit him in the batting helmet. He did not offer at it. And what a tough plate appearance here for Salamone. And once again, Damon Lewis comes over. And
listen, I want you to go to first base, and then I'm going to run for you, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
You okay?
Yes, he's a little frazzled.
Sure.
He's scared more than anything, right? More scared than anything? Go touch first base and then come back to me.
That's good managing by Jeff Gorman there.
Really good managing right there.
And
that's
tough kid in
awesome.
Salamone.
That's emotional. You get hit twice in one at bat. You get hit in the head. That's a lot of anxiety right there. Good man, really showing some toughness. That's awesome.
Michael Mancusi is going to run for Salamone. Gets an arm from Mike Mancusi, who's the first base coach. And Salamone now is trying to say, you know, I'm okay. I'm all right. I don't need it. Good for him.
That's awesome.
Well, coach is like, nah, you know what? Let's take you out. I'm glad you're doing better, but I'm going to bring in Mancusi to run for you. Take one more look at this, and definitely got him
Take his back.
right in the ear hole.
That's all I want you to do. I just want you to regroup yourself. Give him
The
some
batting
water and
helmet.
Gatorade, please. Help him out.
And keep in mind, he's the catcher. You know, when you come back out defensively in the next inning, 3 outs away from the championship game, you want this guy thinking clearly.
Hey.
I mean, that got him. He's a right-handed hitter, and that got him in the right ear hole.
Salamone's thinking, are we playing baseball or paintball right now? Like, we're just wearing balls. Good for him. Gets himself to first base. Man.
Kind of checking out where that first ball hit him. J.J. Donahue takes a ball. Salamone trying to take some deep breaths and just gather himself. See if he does come out defensively to catch when we get to the top of the 7th.
If I'm Hawaii, I'm picking at first base a bunch here because New Jersey is not hanging around first base. They are looking to run.
Michael Mancusi is the special pinch runner at first. 1 out in the New Jersey bottom of the 6th.
Davin Lewis has wobbled, but he has stayed out there and keeps giving Hawaii a chance.
New Jersey still with only 1 official hit, that 2-run single by Patrick Burns in the 3rd. That runs inside and almost got Donahue. 3 Hawaii errors, all relatively early in the game, led to 3 unearned New Jersey runs.
And the problem for Lewis right now, the fastball command, he's really lost the feel for that pitch, so he's left with breaking ball.
Couldn't locate it again, and he walks Donahue. 2 on, 1 out. As you said earlier in the inning, Runes, 5-3 is a much bigger hill to climb, obviously, for Hawaii than 4-3. So a couple of big runners on base for New Jersey. How much gas in the tank does Davin Lewis have left?
The other good news for New Jersey is if you have to go to a bottom of 7, you've turned your lineup over.
Here comes Jamie Aloy, the pitching coach for Hawaii. Let's see if they make a move here. Yep.
Shove it, boy. This is it. Shove it. Okay. 18 inning. Yeah. 18 inning. Yeah.
So the new pitcher will be Zach Pasquale for Hawaii when we come back to Livermore. U.S. Championship game from Livermore, California in the Little League Intermediate Division. 4-3 New Jersey leading Hawaii. Hawaii trying to keep it a 1-run game and send it to the 7th, which would be their last at bats. They're going to trail it by at least 1. First and second, 1 out. You noticed something here as Jack Pasquale was warming up Runes.
I think New Jersey's looking to steal first pitch. This is the hardest adjustment when you come to the bigger field, is holding a runner at second base. Now there's depth in that lead, but I think Mancusi will creep in and steal at some point.
Mario Rivera fouls the first pitch. Rivera was in the bullpen warming up. They're going to go to Patrick Burns to try to close this thing out, but he's already at 27 pitches, and if he exceeds 35, would be ineligible to pitch tomorrow if New Jersey hangs on to play Puerto Rico.
That's a good move by Pasquale. If you got a guy that wants to steal third base, freeze him, step off.
Throw goes to second for 1, to first, and Hawaii turns 2 and keeps it a 1-run game. 1-6-3. Last chance for Hawaii coming up. They trail it by 1 at the end of 6. New Jersey 3 defensive outs away from playing Puerto Rico tomorrow in the Little League Intermediate Division World Championship game. This is the U.S. final. Hawaii down to their last 3 outs. Trail it 4-3. Patrick Burns trying to close it out. He's thrown 26 pitches. If he exceeds 35, would be ineligible to pitch tomorrow if New Jersey advances to the title game. Hawaii, on the other hand, is going to have to bat 2 off their bench for mandatory play, including Jake Cantero, who's going to come off the bench to lead off. Kamanu Vihikite Kahaiali'i is also going to have to bat in this inning to satisfy mandatory play, but it looks like Andrew Taruya is going to bat next. Cantero gets his first at bat. So here we go, top of the 7th in the U.S. Championship game from Livermore, 4-3 Jersey.
I think I'm taking a strike right here, Niels. Pressure's on New Jersey right now. Pressure's on the defense.
Got a pitch to hit to right near the line, fading, and a sliding attempt. And Oleg could not come up with it. Long foul ball. Oleg almost coming away with the first out of the inning in foul territory. I think that pitch looked a little too good to Cantero. I'm with you, taking a strike there, but he's like,
That's not Hawaii style. They're in go mode. I think the game situation called for it, but I love how aggressive Hawaii is. They've had great at-bats and great swings all day.
That kind of ran back in on Cantero and missed, and it's 3-1.
And that's this challenge for Burns right now. Much like Lewis on the other side, he's just got a better feel for the breaking ball than the fastball at this point.
Pitch counts at 30 for Burns. And that is a 5-pitch walk to Jake Cantero to lead off the 7th. That's the tying run. And the manager, Jeff Gorman of New Jersey, just shaking his head. He's got some decisions to make here. He's got to win this game, obviously, to play Puerto Rico tomorrow for the title. But his guy Burns at 31 pitches.
And I think at this point, this game's in jeopardy. He's going, if he thinks Burns is the guy, he's going with him, and it looks that way. Burns has to be careful there. If you pick the first, you step off the first, always best just to make the throw, even if you lob it over there. Another adjustment. Adjusting to holding runners really feel like it's the biggest adjustment for these guys coming to this field.
Ball 1 down low. Here comes the throw to second, and a steal for Cantero, and the tying runs at second.
How about third base coach Jamie Lloyd calling a steal down 1 in the 7th? I love it. Stay aggressive. Stay with what got you here. But boy, that takes some courage right there.
Hawaii hitter Andrew Taruya's had a good day. A double, a walk, a couple of runs scored. Boy, Burns needed that pitch. That looked pretty good. Didn't get it.
You don't like to steal third with the left-handed hitter up because the catcher's got such a clean lane. But if Cantero wants third base, it's there for him. They are not holding him at second base.
He went around, but that's going to allow Cantero to advance to third.
That stolen base, Niels, changes the game because now can you really afford to throw Taruya the breaking ball that you just beat him with? I don't think you can because a wild pitch ties the game. So you got to go fastball here.
Had some movement on it, and it was up. But it's 2-2, and it had some zip.
Yeah, Burns had a little something extra left in the tank. I think you're getting another fastball, though. Infield's creeping in.
Chopper to short, runner coming home, and it's tied. Taruya, RBI ground out. Cantero comes in. walk, steal, wild pitch, infield ground out, and Hawaii makes it 4-4.
And you know what, Niels? I think Zachary Gorman made exactly the right play. Quintero's a really good runner, got a good jump. If you make a perfect throw there, maybe. But you're the home team. It's a tie game. I thought Gorman showed great maturity there to get the out.
Now the last hitter that needs to bat to satisfy mandatory play for Hawaii comes up. Kamanu Vihikite Kahaiali'i. Bat here with 1 out, bases empty. I mentioned the full name, Kamanu Vihikite Kahaiali'i. You can just call him Manu if you like. That's the nickname.
I'll elect that option. Thank you, Niels.
Wave and a miss, 1-1.
Beautiful name.
And I tell you what, the pressure is much less now on Manu since the game is tied.
That is correct.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jake Quintero, I mean, as a pinch hitter, really a guy that didn't start the game, great at bat. You steal second base in a high pressure situation.
Maybe just a bit low. That was close. And obviously you see the pitch count now at 40. So Patrick Burns, this burns him as far as even if Jersey's able to win, he could not pitch tomorrow against Puerto Rico. He hits the strikeout, his third, and there are 2 outs. Now how about Hawaii? You're down to your last 3 outs. You have to bring, in essence, a cold hitter off the bench who hasn't batted all game, hasn't played. And he works a leadoff walk, Quintero, gets a steal, goes to third on a wild pitch, and scores on a ground ball.
That's outstanding bench play. And ironically, the 4th run for both teams was scored with outstanding base running. No hit.
Well, top of the order for Hawaii, and Painter 2 for 3, a couple RBIs and a double. Right now Burns is just not getting that low part of the zone, and this breaking ball there nearly hits Painter.
Both teams vulnerable on the mound right now. Just, you get this deep in a tournament, there's not a lot left.
Which, if you're Puerto Rico, you're thinking, hey guys, why don't you go ahead and play like 15 innings? Burn up all your pitching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
New Jersey's got depth, and I think they'd be fine if they advance. Now, Hawaii would have Painter available, and that's really their best guy. So that's not helping Puerto Rico.
Wow. Painter walks, and stealing second. It's probably stealing third as well, is already what he's thinking. And Jeff Gorman comes out. He wants to talk to his team.
No. You got to finish this game, dude. What do you mean? Are you telling me you can't pitch? What are you telling me?
It's fine, I'll pitch.
You got to tell me you want this. You're my guy. I need 1 out, and it's top of the order, and we score a run, we go home, right?
First, Hawaii does tie it. It's 4-4. Tied at 4.